What up? What up? How we doing? Okay. I am exhausted, but I am good. Okay. How's everybody doing? We have more farming to do today. I actually have no idea what I'm farming for, but I do know I am farming. Actually, I do know what I'm farming for. A few things. A, I still haven't liquidated like I said. But B, I want to. What's what I'm looking for here? I would like to make one more Merc build this season, a kineticist. So, but that's going to be expensive. So that's what we're going to be farming for. In the meantime, we just want to upgrade this character because we have a lot of upgrades to go. We have the bulk of what we need done. Off stream, I got my 10%, 18% effect, as well as 11% phase to chaos, which basically makes it free because we're CI. We got our 8% to 10%, so this is exceptional. We spent a lot of currency on our implicits this weekend, is what you'll notice. Besides those bits, that's pretty much. Shouldn't I be using a catalyst on this guy? Eh, who cares? I can't touch gems anyways, so like, it's fine. It's fine. I do need to crouch you eventually, but in the meantime, my plan is I need to finish my current farming strat. Now, my current farming strat, for those that aren't aware, which I started this like yesterday, is I have been doing anomaly farming. I'm joking. Can't really anomaly farm, aside just playing the game. I have been doing, what's the name of this in boss rush? It's not really boss rush, but like Maven bossing.
Did you do that on purpose?
Awakening Scarab, fitting the many bosses into my maps. Because if I can shield, there's no point to looking.
No refunds, remember? Are you sure?
So Awakening Scarab, Maven, Cyrus Guardian invitations, pretty much is what I've been doing. On this side, I've also been sending my King's March to get tattoos, because why not? Yeah, spend 15k to get 8k. Smart. Oh, 07. Oh, fucking 7. Oh shit, not too bad. 700k. Oh, I'm clicking. Surely. Holy, 700k for a wisdom scroll. Love to see it, I guess. No, that's a wisdom scroll I'm gonna take, because fuck that. That is a wisdom scroll I will be taking. The wisdom scroll. We're gonna keep you here because we can use you for a future AG if needed. Then we're not going to be touching planned heists as usual because we don't really give a fuck about that. And then we've done the invitation, right? Yeah, we have. Cool. So now we're going to finish the remaining 7 maps because yeah, I have Baron. Okay, cool. We're going to finish the remaining 7 maps and then we're going to switch strat. I don't know what strat I'm going to do next, but one thing to note about this strat and why I am not the most excited about doing it is simply because it kind of counters my build, because well, it doesn't counter my build, but Ran specifically counters my build because he has those lightning squares that drain mana, and when this goes down, my flame link disappears. which isn't good, as you might imagine. As you might imagine, it's not great. Three? Is that number 4? Or because I feel like I saw Hydra, and if there's Hydra, there should be a 4th guy. There he is. I don't know where he went to. I'm doing this just because why not? No other reason. The Abyss is probably a waste of time, but I have dropped a few divines from Abyss, so like it's also not, you know, the most mind-boggling.
Your skin. I should choose to fight if you dare.
You have nothing I care about, so I'm just going to click this.
Finest piece yet. This is bliss. All right, I'll join you, but I keep the bodies.
Time to up the stakes.
I think only Drox is still alive because, you know, he's Drox. Anyone still alive? No. All right, we're going in.
Welcome.
Time has no meaning here.
Your pain will be.
This taste of flesh is so fallible.
The end of the cycle of madness.
So I saw something move at the corner of my eyes. Just my imagination, I guess. But yeah, one thing I realized doing this strat is 2 things. A, the single target requirement on this strat is actually quite insane, and I'm very glad I didn't do it on the toxicology setup because that isn't a bossa. But B, this setup has insane single targets. Those were the 2 things I realized. Like, it actually has very strong single targets. I expected it to with the investment I was gonna put, but like, you know, it's very impressive, all things considered. Well, not all things considered, because I am giving it quite a lot. I thought I saw Veritania here. Yeah, I did. Kill Baran quickly. And then it's just Drox left.
Choose your next move. The choice is yours.
Sanguine Mancer.
Let's not drag this out. Guardian strike true. Don't tell my house. They'd never let me live it down.
Time to up the stakes.
Anyone still alive? No? Okay.
Resist the assault.
Crush the intruder!
A veil of safety and security.
Oh, jeez.
Even the greatest of men.
And because of how much single target damage I end up having, or I have, these maps are actually very, very quick. I think I'm spending like max 2 minutes in like a single one, unless like I die from some BS, you know, because there is still some BS that can kill me. Stuff like what's his face, Cyrus, can be annoying. Dude made me resolve attributes simply because of his CB. I got sick and tired of it, so I just got this CB mini teacher. I don't care about the unique base. I went for the cheapest unique abyssal socket base. We're gonna be here a while. There's Eradicator. 1, 2, 3. Oh, Eradicator's dead. Never mind. They're all dead. Cool. I don't want to recruit him simply because he has a curse. I'm not about to start dragging my flammability over with his conductivity like Naji. We don't do that here.
That's the trail.
Okay, let's go deal with that. And then once we're done with this set of maps, a part of me wants to low-key go scuba diving a bit. Low-key. The main reason is I don't think I have much of the juice anymore. I'm pretty sure I spent a lot of it this weekend.
Exile?
Because I use a bit of it for Orbs of Conflict. More life, attack, I mean, doesn't really matter. I don't like the Vaughn because there's Drox, but like it's 87% quant, so we're gonna do it anyways.
Let the blood dance begin. Feel death's pull.
Just make sure we kill Baran before his squares become problematic.
Mortal flesh is so fallible. Time to up the
Oh, is she still alive?
give yourself to the void.
I'll tear you apart.
What's the effort? How long will I be kept waiting?
Okay, and then we have the one last rotation before will we start the rotation with Baran because he's the most annoying map with all those squares that drain mana? At least that's the thought process. Get the worst out of the way first. This is the map where I'm more likely to die and all do that thing, so all three of them are there. I do really enjoy dropping Maven chisels with how expensive they are.
Soft. Make your damn choice. Prove yourself, scout. Die on your knees.
Who is giving in? Oh wait, my links are dead. 100D loan. I don't have 100D. The fuck? I have 1D and I'm trying to farm up to 10. Raw? What do you mean raw? Like I can support your no. I'm not liquidating that lock yet. I plan on keeping that lock potentially for one more build. The ward stacking kineticis. I still might go for it. There's a decent chance I go for it. And that'll be an expensive setup that uses increased evasion per code overstack code res among other things. So in any case, liquidating the lock is not on the agenda. I almost went to the middle. Everything must go every character.
Values precision. Allow me to demonstrate.
Ooh, D-term and interference.
Civil, shall we?
I'm not sure what that means.
You've bested me. Perhaps there's hope for you yet.
The Merc character, the Ebers character. You're going to liquidate your Merc character? I mean, that would mean you're kind of locked into the build. Because then you'd have nothing else you can play with. Wait, there's Hydra and there's Drox? What is going on here? What is that lag? I had a spike. Surely Cyrus isn't here, right?
Welcome. Time has no meaning here. Your pain will be.
Life is so brittle.
You stand victorious. Your heart.
Oh god, out of portal scrolls. Tell me there's the portal scroll somewhere. Bruh. Where is the entrance? I see where the entrance is. Good thing this is City Square. If you want, I can try to liquidate other things and see how much I get up to once I'm done upgrading today. Oh, wanna go to the middle? Almost forgot again.
I'll move. Only get one shot at this. Choose wisely.
You have no curse.
Leave you in
Death calls. Right. Put me what he's killing.
We will until we slaughter you.
You weren't serious? But if push comes to shove, let me know. Like in the worst case scenario, my tap is worth a lot outside of the lock. So, you know, we still have 300 D there, and the lock is like half of that, which means we're still at like, actually we're still at like 180 without, or something, and that's without the current set of maps farmed. So once I put in my, oh shit, I just realized I was facing bosses here. Oh, so that's where Cyrus is. I knew I saw a beam. Knew I saw a fucking beam.
You will fall.
Time to up the stakes.
Fight well.
Ooh, actually. Is there anybody that I should be aware of? No? Okay, we're going in. I'll wait until he phases before I pop Vow Haste.
Time to up the stakes. Devil tears.
Now we pop it, and yeah. Be healed and fight on. I'm clicking House of Mirrors for Dublin. So what I'm hearing is if push comes to shove, you're quitting the league. That's what I'm hearing. We need to make sure we don't go to the middle. I look feel like I want to try a bit of it Merc Russian so that I can fish for that kineticist I wanted. I love those frames, exactly 0. I mean, my frames are honestly not bad. You should have seen me doing Delhi. Who has Soul Eater? You should have seen me doing Delhi stack deck farming. That was 0 frames. Nothing wrong with quitting the league. Lit, you are the resident league quitter just thanks to WoW. Just saying. Every league, WoW has you quitted like 1 week or 2 weeks into the league. If I didn't know better, I would say WoW had an agenda. Would it make you quit PoE too, though? At least, or at least we have that comfort, you know. You're still true to the actual game, but PoE 1 you drop in a heartbeat.
With your death, this nightmare may finally.
WoW has no agenda. WoW is just there. I mean, I know you actually have an agenda, but yeah, I'll stroll it. Ooh, what the fuck is that damage? I'm guessing I was getting shotgunned.
Molten One, save me from this unending nightmare.
Play League till WoW stuff comes up, but never play PoE 2 ever again. That's what they always say. Then 1.0 drops and Lit is suddenly asking questions about Disciple of Arashta again. Don't worry, if it makes you feel better, I'm going to feign ignorance when that time comes.
someday.
I'm looking for baseline like 60 something percent. Chance to avoid ailment is not good because that is minus taming mods, which I don't like. I think this is fine. I play Lich if anything, not Disciple. Ooh. Later channels inner mana stacker. Where is Baran? Oh, none of you are Baran.
Handle this. Grip of the infinite. Time to up the stakes.
I always save my Val Hage just for Baran whenever he's ready to show up.
More challenges for the next round.
And I think that is the full set for now. Cool. Iconic Century comment on a Reddit post where it was confirmed period 1 season comes this year, so probably soon enough before period 2. Oh, 100%. It was confirmed that it's coming this year. And they also confirmed that PoE 1 is getting big announcements during ExileCon, not just PoE 2. So we're expecting stuff for both games. I don't know how big PoE 1 stuff is going to be, but we'll see. Like I said, I'm just gonna cope on 4.0 announcements, but like we don't know, you know. Leveling in PoE 2 is like being waterboarded. Is that right? I didn't know waterboarding was delightful. Then why do you keep doing it, Let's? Do you just enjoy being waterboarded? Because like it doesn't feel like that to me. Isn't delightful? I mean, it's fine. I enjoyed the first time around when I have a plan and I'm trying new shit. But for every subsequent character, it gets less and less enjoyable. That's my progression of Period 2's campaign. It becomes very, very long by character 3, and by 4, I kind of don't even want to do it. But I'm just trudging along because I want to play whatever character that is. Like when I was leveling my first character was Spirit Walker. Then we went to Monk. By Smith of Kitava, I was kind of like whatever. I didn't really want to. I think the worst part about the campaign for me was the simple fact that I had to wait until level 70 plus for, aside like my league starter, every single other build required a unique that had me wait until like level 72, level 78. Literally my monk was level 78 requirements to get into the unique. I had to pay a premium just to make it level 72 and then sell the thing back. Basically rented the unique just at the lower level just so I could use it till the 17th, and then I sold it back because people knew exactly what was going on and they were selling that on the leveled one way too expensive. Then they made the change. I made this so I didn't need to do this anymore. 10 stream streak. Holy, Heliax is building it. GG's. Sleeping schedule in the mud. Hey, but you have a 10 stream streak. I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it. You can't say keep doing when it's only been done once. Don't worry, Lit. We'll be here next season. And it's only done once to our knowledge. All right. I don't know what you do behind closed doors. I don't know what you do when we're not looking at you and you're not posting about it. We don't know. For all I know, it's happened like 5 times. You know, one for every point that PoE has had, and we've only heard about it once. For all I know, relying on ground loot was like pulling off fingernails. Monk leveling before first act ended. Monk leveling wasn't bad. I forget what I used to level. I think I twink leveled. I didn't league start level. So maybe that is part of why my monk experience wasn't that bad. But I got very tired of not using my skill or the skill I wanted to do because it was supposed to use an interaction that I wasn't even sure would work, to be honest. So like it's there's a bit of nervousness about waiting till level 70 something, going through the entire PoE2 campaign just to figure out if the shit works. Like I tested it, I knew the interaction worked, but I didn't know how well it worked with minions and all those other things. Like there's so many variables I just didn't know. Turned out successful. I just didn't like the, you know, should I call it anxiety build up on the way there. I didn't level the hardware I reached it, but I made sure so it was it. Is it my fault that I had like nepotism? I had a past life where I gathered currency, so suddenly I woke up on the shores with, you know, full tabula rasa and yada yada. Is it my fault? Hey, if it didn't want to be used, it shouldn't have been in my stash. Is all I'm gonna say. It was there. I don't know who put it. I don't know what past life I had put the currency in there. But the fact of the matter is, I woke up in Act 1 and it was there, and I used it. It's going to sour my Christmas. Why? Because you have to watch me play PoE2. Don't worry. The gameplay is going to be so insane, it will convince you to log in if you're not already logged in day one. Trust. Trust. Let's do some liquidating, shall we? My highest, we have a lot of maps that we have to actually start getting rid of. We have to start from there. Maps. All these 16.5s, we'll just start with them and put them up for a divine. The ones that go roll, the ones that don't, you know, they won't. All good. Holy. What the fuck? 100% delirious.
Hopefully there'll be interest.
So especially investors exams around that time frame, then I can't play. Oh, but the FOMO will get you. Trust me, you know what your university having exams at that point. If you made the choice to not play, then sure. You know, that's a different thing. But if you can't play, ooh. Or but like realistically, if you really wanted to, you would. You just feel bad about it, which isn't great, but like, you know. I don't know what maps I plan on using, if I'm being very, very honest. So I'll keep most of these. That's anything that doesn't pass the rejects is going first and foremost. Why does this person think that mercenary is worth 150D? I don't know.
Hopefully there'll be interest.
That is a lot of maps, my G. That is a lot of maps, because we ain't even done. To be fair, I should be using some of these.
Ahoy there!
I just don't know if the map runners have been totally worth it yet. But I do think my next farming strat is going to be something that's just very low maintenance. I'm probably going to do breach. I think I'm going back to breach fortresses. Give me a quick second. BRB. All right, I am back. What did I miss? I tried every league and I'm questioning if I should level a character or get hit by a car. Feels like same pain. I mean, the lid says hospital arrests are recuperate is the way. I generally think they could have made level process feel worse if they wanted, because then at least you could just fight the experience that way. I mean, the leveling process used to be a lot. I feel like it used to be a lot worse. Like now, for the first time around, it's actually chill. Every subsequent time, on the other hand, is like a slog. But that first time is not bad, at least to me. If you knew they wanted it to be terrible, that's a vibe, and you know they wanted to have something good, and that's the outcome. That's not a vibe. I think they're going for something, and I do think they made progress in the right direction. We'll just have to see how it is on launch, pretty much. I don't think it's where it should be for replays. I think they need to do a whole lot of. This is my personal opinion, but I think they need to do a whole lot when it comes to twinking. Like, there's no reason why I should be waiting to level 70 something to even start playing my build when there are so many skills that are set by items. Why? Isn't it being an Uber drop enough? Or I guess not Uber, since there are no Ubers, but like it's a pinnacle boss drop. So like, isn't that enough? I have proven that I can handle this boss. I have the item. Let me use it for a new character, even if it's like level 40 or something. But no, I remember when I used to complain about like brutes who were like locked behind level 54, and I was like, that's insane. I didn't think I'd ever play a build where I had to level up like 12 times in the end game before I could play the build, because I consistently hit the end game at level 60. So I have 12 levels before I can actually start playing the build. Most like for the builds I played last season, which is just ridiculous. I played Souls like that felt less evil than I played actually. Heliax, question: have you tried No Rest for the Wicked? And if you have, what did you think of it?
Oh, unfiltered thoughts, if possible.
Let me post my on TFT. Where's my save the message or maps? I should also list my T6 corrupted T16s or T17s rather. TFT 8 mod maps. Hey, look, I have like 3 influence maps of each. Like I have 3 of drugs and 6 of the other. Surely I'm over sustaining, right? And everything fits my rejects.
Everything fits. Bro's just fucking loud. Bro has another 7 more points than we do. I just click on that 7 more increased map nodes. He's got a whole notable on that list. It just says print 8 mods. You over sustain to the point that you have to start deleting them. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
It is crazy, man.
Just go home. Don't get me started on this guy. All roads end with Charlatan in my hands, I guess.
I love Arcanine being the silent listener in this conversation. Arcanine, you have been acknowledged.
I see that.
Maybe Chisels. All right,
It sucks.
I actually enjoy No Rest for the Wicked.
Yeah, but you also like CBT, so like it's not really like you're breaking barriers here.
I don't. I don't like that, just to make it clear. But North for Wicked is nice. I enjoy it. Like genuinely, I see what they're going for with it. And while I couldn't initially play the playstyle I wanted, i.e. the whole magic thing, they've changed that. And now that you can actually just full send magic all the way through. I don't remember if I've actually
Did I have fun last time we played? I'm hating, but I don't actually remember.
I don't like, we didn't play the last time, what's it called? We didn't play the last time they released because I feel like I was busy or something. I don't remember what, but we didn't play the last time.
That's why we did the server together and shit.
We didn't go far, did we? What bosses did we kill? I don't think we went
We
far.
went past bosses I have killed. I remember that.
Oh yeah. We did. We got past the wall, or past the door. We beat the twins. That's the last major boss I remember beating. Because I remember we went down the other side, but I don't think we ever saw the boss of that area. The next zone after the twins. I don't think we got there. So I think we got I think we killed the twins. But that was the co-op release. Was that the last time they released something, the co-op? Because I feel like you played with a friend, and that was your last update.
You were the friend.
No, you played with someone else.
Oh, Bill?
I don't know who.
Bill and I played once, and then I played with you for the rest of the runs.
Oh really? Huh.
Yeah. They released another update after that we both didn't play because we were playing something else. Because they just kind of dropped that one.
That's the one I was referring to, because I thought that's the one you played with the Bill, or the other person.
Billboard, yeah.
We'll make it happen.
Okay, so that's Maven's Proliferation. Maven's Chisel of Avarice is... I want to sell... You know what? Let's just do it this way. We have 25. I want to sell them all for 89. This is 2225. What about divines? 2 for a divine would be in my favor. 3 is in theirs, but like, could I do some like 24 for 18? 20? 16. Yeah, that's a 1.5. No, I need to be 2.5, which means 2 would be 12. 10? 10 is close. But I'll just stick to chaos. 25, 2225, 89, boom.
All in order.
And then we have
Let you know.
divinations. These are 68. 68. Well, I'm gonna do 67 since people like undercutting me. Times 28. 1876.
That was Leah printing. Are you doing Awakening, by the way?
Yeah, I was in awakening.
I should raise my fees.
And then 19 of these. This is the amount from 2 sets, like 40 masculine. So the chisels after the last set. 1 0, I don't know, 19, 15.
All in order.
All right.
I'll let you know.
You trust Arcane on which one? No rest. Did you never play No Rest? Oh, this hasn't sold yet. It's just part of it has sold. What did Shanato say? You just needed some road on a map. went in with wrong Merc and couldn't change. ES second? Yep. Where's CI? All right, so that's all the Maven chisels. That equals, we got a ton of currency for it. I don't remember exactly how many chaoses, but between this and this, that's 85k chaoses. Then there's the other 1k here, and then it's a healthy amount from chisels. This will, I think, just slow sell infinitely, because can we choose one chisels? Because like rarity is, we'll see how long it takes. Well, I'm not gonna hold my breath. That you like CP? Lol. Oh, we got to 948. Can I say why I switched? Do you mean from toxicologist to this, or do you mean like life stacking or something? Because like I was never a life stacker, but if you're following my progression, why I switched to this character is A, I wanted a change, and B, I felt this would be stronger, and C, I wanted a change. So it's really just those two reasons. I always wanted to try the VFOS Merc since pre-season, but yeah, I just always wanted to try the VFOS Merc, and I felt like I could make it work, so I did. Also have to call it a day. It's late. Yeah, thank you for stopping by. You should get some sleep. Hopefully your sleep schedule is not in a horrendous state to the point where it cannot be fixed. I assume it can be. I expect you will not fix it, and I appreciate you for it. Catch you every day. See if you check on the armor mercs. I will be doing some league start testing. Or simulating. I don't know if it's going to be. When do I want to do this? Because I have one more kineticist build, and then it all depends on when the next major release is. Because like at this rate, I'm probably not even going to check out Hero Siege. Maybe I'll check out on my own. I don't know what that's going to look like, but we'll see.
Surprising.
Lol. But we'll see how that one goes. Then we'll do kineticist. Then we'll do league start shenanigans. You know what I suspect, Heliax. This is my running theory, and this has not been confirmed. I remember hearing a lot about the experiences of people who league started this season and all that. When you think about the different mercenaries and just the design point of view of spells versus attacks in this game, attacks or spells really scale with levels, because that's where you get most of the base damage. You can get base damage from elsewhere, but like you really want to scale levels with most spells, and this is not possible on mercenaries. So my suspicion is when designing spellcaster mercenaries, they would have taken this into account and really padded their base damage. Now it wouldn't be like insane, but I do remember people having really good success with like stuff like Absolution Merc. So my suspicion is that the spellcaster mercenaries would be way better to use on a league start scenario, on league start budget, and then you transition into attack base, which are the ones that will need gear, that need base damage from your weapon, they need all these other extras. But like when you're on like league start no budget, I think spellcasters are probably the way to go. That is a thought process I've been working through, and I think that is where they would have landed as well. So I think it would be a league start spells and then transition into armor stacker or something along those lines. Not gonna league start an armor stack aura bots, try in POB and it is torture. Oh, I can imagine. I can imagine. This is a troll. 100k ES rank 1 in PoE Ninja. It depends. I think Captain Last is ES stacking. I'm not sure why. Is this a luminary? And if so, what kind of gear do they have? It could be troll. If everything's just going into ES and nothing's going into actually 100k ES, that very likely they are trolling if they are mercenary or something. But if they have rallying cry and they have energy blade, the energy blade, yes, there could be some offensive benefits to it, you know. Spell aura bot into armor transition is not that hard. Also try that. Oh, I think that's our best bet, because like when we look at spells, I think absolution would be really good, like I just said. I haven't looked into all the others, but we can likely decide to do envy, so you know, cruel mistress. But I think cruel mistress will be a bit more popular, so maybe not that. But I don't think cardinal would be great, because cardinal is attack, because holy strike and holy hammers are both attacks. Absolution. I could just open the list, to be fair. I could just do that. Let's do that. I've heard some stuff about Stormhand, but I feel like Stormhand has a lot of shit that she can get and you just wouldn't like her. So first hand is ass. We don't talk about her. Flame hand is not great. Yeah, flame hand is not great. The chaos without touch. Just the fact that you spawn with Bane already kind of puts a on the situation. I tried to spell aura bot from there to give myself a function of auras etc to use. I imagine you'd use at least one offensive auras and then like 2 defensive. Because like if you go lightning, so if you try to use Stormhand, for example, you could use Wrath, you could use Zealotry. All of them can use Zealotry. But you can use Wrath. You can do Lucky Lightning from the amulets. You can there's a fair amount of ways you can go about it. It kind of be like starting Reverse Shifalas adjacent, kind of, if you're going like the lightning route. If you're something like Flame Hand, it's a bit tougher. You might have to like dabble in Flame Link or something. Chaos on the other hand, that will be envy, and then you go from there. But like a cruel mistress comes with her own envy, so like it all zealotry, so like it all depends on like what you get there. Those are the real spellcasters. I don't think there's any other spellcaster that we need to worry about. Sangremancer is I don't know anything about Sangremancer. I feel like she's ass. Fallen Reverend, this is absolution, really, really good. Comes with zealotry as well as Battle Mage's Cry. Really good. He is asked, do not touch him with a 10-foot pole. Winter Deacon, you don't touch him. Storming Zealot could be decent if you don't spawn with Divine Eye. If you do if you try to scale his Wave of Conviction, maybe, because it comes with innate on nerve, and maybe you could use Shockwave. Or was Shockwave Totem or Shocking the fuck? Or just converse to lightning. Yeah, it could be. Storming Zealot could also be on the decent side if I'm being honest. Just looking at this. Comes with Wrath. What is Charge Dash of the Arcane? So this is an attack, but it skills with spell stuff. Okay. But just increases and reductions to spell damage. Storming Zealot could be decent. Flaming Charlatan is probably ass. Holy Flame Totem could be decent. Wave of Conviction of Thratus could also be decent. He could be okay. He could be okay actually. And then these are all attacks. And then worst case scenario, you can also go support, but like we're not talking about support right now. But yeah, I think I will try both. I'll try both spells and attacks, but I think attacks will fall short. Man has listed everything. 07 Lifestacker. 07.
Oh, 7. Oh, fucking 7.
Oh shit, we saw the map for a divine, I think. Yeah, we did. Wait, where is it? Oh, we saw a lot of maps actually. But yeah, there it is. Okay. We have 7k chaoses, which is the equivalent of how many divines? 10 is about, what is the current exchange? Because I can't imagine it hasn't got worsened. 215, so 150 is 10, so 300 is 20, so that's about 600 for 40. We are just shy of 40 divines liquid. I think we're about 30 something, I guess, in chaoses, which is, you know, not bad. I'm going to use this set of 10 divines that I'm about to buy to get a new mercenary. This mercenary is going to be a slight step up when it comes to single target damage. But all in all, it should be exactly the same mercenary that I have, just slightly better. It's a slight upgrade for 10D. And I'll just walk you through my thought process, you know, how I think it's a step up. But to understand this is my current mercenary. What does he have? He has increased AoE, pulverize, fast attack, skill dead, and combustion. This new Merc has pretty much the same thing. Pulverize, AoE, gilded fissures, combustion. The difference is we switch faster attacks for added fire. Now this is, you know, I give my Merc a lot of attack speed already from aura, so there's a bit less fizz as extra than we have attack speed, so this should be slightly more damage, but that's not enough to warrant a 10D buy. Why I decided to spend 10D on this is because of the Ashen Fissure instead of consecrated whatever, instead of consecrated path. Why I went for Ashen Fissure is not because consecrated path is bad. It's actually pretty decent. He doesn't use it too often, but with Ashen Fissure, it has a cooldown, so he can only use it 3 times and then some cooldown for 4.5 seconds, something like that baseline. But B, it has a chance to cover the enemy in Ash, 50% chance to cover enemies in Ash, and cover the Ash is like 20% increased fire damage taken. So this mercenary is bringing his own covered in Ash, whereas the other one doesn't have his own covered in Ash. So it's like that's the slight difference. I'm like, yeah, I'll take it. Was it worth 10D? Probably not, but I'm not going to wait for him to reduce it just in case I then miss it. Like, I'll take it. But yeah, cool. I'm doing good. Wasting money as you can see, but aside that, doing pretty cheap, doing pretty decent. What about you? How you doing? Is there any way to search on Trayside based on tiers of affixes? Oh, there is. Pretty easy actually. Let's say you wanted to get I'll use the kinetic because it's the most universal mercenary. Oh, you meant items. Okay, so no mercenaries, items. You want to start T1 minion damage one, but it gives T2 or T3 with hybrid roll. There are 2 ways you could do it. There's no clean way to do it, first and foremost, but there's 2 ways you could do it with one specifically. If you go convening wand, let's say, which is where you're having the issue, and you say minion damage 101, which is T1. You're going to get T2, T3, and then hybrids, which is going to be this guy as a T5. There's an essence, and this is not T1. This is just the combination. This is not perfect, but what you can do is you can do not, and you can take the other part of the hybrid mod, which is mana, and you're not maximum mana, and this will remove everyone that has hybrid. Now the problem with this is you're not going to find anything that doesn't have what's what I'm looking for. You're not gonna find anything that doesn't have more than T1. Like if you had T1 and T2, like you're not going to find those, but you find just the T1s guaranteed at least. So that's the one way you could do it. The other way is to just eyeball it, really. Maybe go for magic bases because they can only have one prefix, but this is the easiest way to do it. So as you can see, we have a lot of bases that actually are T1. Everything here should be T1 because it cannot have the mod that the hybrid comes with. I agree. Like being able to search by a mod name should be an option because of situations like this. But we make do with what we can. I guess one alternative that I might be thinking about is, what if I did a count and I said at least one of this? No, I showed this, so I wanted this to be minimum. Then I do at least minion damage 130 or mana 0 max. This is one way you could do it. This comes with T1 of the hybrid, so it's not perfect. This one is T2 of the main one. We could make it a bit stricter, but like, yeah, these are not. We can make this a bit stricter and go 140. Maybe that will solve it, because then have it T1 for it to even show the hybrid at all. So yeah, this is T1 T1 T2, but you're 142 somehow. Is it like a high roll? What the fuck? Do we have to go 150? But this is T1 and it's 148. I guess let's do 145. Let's do 145. So this is one way you could do it, where you can still find hybrid minion damage. But the thing is, now you're looking for hybrid minion damage. Because anything that's less than that, max 0 isn't working. I want to say either this or not that. How would I go about doing it? If I did 105 and max 0, would that work? And then I turned this one off. No, it doesn't work. No. Alternatively, what they could do is they could have the hybrid mod show up here where it's like minion damage / mana, which I felt like they used to do at some point, but that's not the case anymore. Now the minion damage counts as itself, even though it's a hybrid mod. But that's how you would do it. Anyone who aggressive is 6+ D. Yeah. But on the bright side, if you get a good enough base, i.e. if aggressive is solo on the suffixes, you might be able to just work with that until you get your fractured aggressive wand. So at least there's that little bit of comfort. What's the cost of my gear? It's hard to say, but I will... Let me get my Merc and then I'll brainstorm. Alright?
I'll never wear tape. I'll honor the code, but force my hand, and I'll kill you where you stand. Ha! Where's your courage?
We'll be back, don't worry. We're getting rid of him.
Do what you must. I remain free.
Okay. I was not about to YOLO anybody from that menu.
House Cater broke me. I paid them. End of the line. You will fall.
I have nothing more to give.
Fine. So long as this isn't another collar.
Okay. So to answer your question, let me think of the most expensive pieces in my gear. I think last time I probably put it around 450, 500 D maybe. Actually, no, that was the other build. Let me think. This guy was 20 something. This guy, I need to finish crafting this, by the way. What the fuck am I doing? This is troll. 109% minion magic wand. Holy. What do you plan on doing with it? Like, how do you plan on crafting it? Are you going for levels or are you just going for minion damage? Non-curse aura. Melding was cheap. This level a good melding. I spent 90 on this. I can't forget that. This Joe. So 920 something. Now the big ticket items would be this chest. Could be expensive. I'd put this at like pre-crafted. Actually, after crafting this, I'd say it's about like 20. So that's like, this helmet is very expensive. We're not going to talk about how expensive this helmet is going to be, because I crafted this myself. But like, it's good. Another 20, so that's like another 20, and then mage blood is like 170. I think it should be about 170, 180, but that's with the res. 163 non-corrupted, 165. So that puts us at, let's say, 250 so far. Shield, I'll say it's like 15, 10. That puts us at like 260, 270. Amulets, this fucker is expensive if you try to buy it. You don't buy it the time that you craft it. But if I were to try to just price check what it would cost to just get this, with the aura effects, 58D starting, and that's just with these three mods. Odds are these are not the greatest, but non-corrupted 58D. Second is 80, so like I don't think this 58D is necessarily what you expect. I think this is closer to what you expect. The ring wasn't too bad. 25 for the base, then like 1-2 for the actual craft. Let's just say 5D for the actual craft, so like 30 there. That puts us at 300-ish. This is cheap. It's just a mana ES Darks here. The corruption made it a bit like 5D, but we don't need the corruption for this build. I got the corruption for like an old build. And then a 40% Hand of Freesia. I don't remember how much this was, but I imagine 670. Maybe not with the res, but like 670. All in all, that's all in the gear I am wearing. This was cheap, it's like Chaos's. Yeah, I think I would put this build at about 300, 350. I feel like I'm forgetting something that's expensive and I don't. Yes, I am. I'm trolling. I'm actually trolling. Yes, I am. My mercenary. He has good shit. Him. This axe I made myself for like 40D. But if you were to cost this axe, like, we don't cost this axe. But let's just look. Let's just look. Nothing with that attacks per second, but let's just look at the DPS, I guess. 60 to 80. Actually, this is, it's more PDPS than that. Let's say 45. Now, all of these are probably what you, let me see what they look like. Let me just make sure there's nothing truly here. Because these axes will not have the attack speed that I have. They don't have the attack speed. They have a bit more base damage, I believe. Yeah, they all have the implicits because they can't really get that high without it. Bro. Yeah, they have a bit more base damage. So the PDPS is still roughly similar. Void Axe, Valax. Valax is going for like 80. Yeah. Okay, so this is looking like at 60-ish. We said we were at 300 and something before, right? I forget how much we were at, 300. So this is going to put us at like 360. Everything else was not expensive to craft. It's just more so like everything here, I would say, just for the bases and the baseline crafting. I put all these four, actually even this one included, I put them at like this one, I'd say it's 10 to craft, 15 maybe. This was, depending on how lucky you are, the abyssal sockets, and I say each one is like 6D, so 6, 8, 12, 18, 24, and then this would be like 10, so like 34, so that puts us like 400D spent. This was 12, 10D, something like that. This was honestly not that bad. I don't remember what it was, but let's just say 15D there, 415. This was cheap, and then we need to change that implicit, by the way, but that's by the way. 415, and then when you start looking at implicits, that's where the price really ramps up. Those fucking implicits, they are a pain to craft. We're looking at 415 so far, something like that. Implicits will easily run you as much as you're willing to put into it, but let's just say for every exceptional Exarch I have, I would say budget like 20D. Honestly, Exarch is a fucking bitch. So it's like 15, 20D if you want to be pessimistic, 20 if you want to be optimistic, 15. But like it exquisite Exarch, yeah. So the action speed is an example of this. For Pinnacle Boss action speed, this was easily like 20 extra. This one is grand, so like it's not that expensive. So like for eaters, I would say it's probably like half that cost. So anywhere from like 10 to like 8D, you can probably get what you're looking for. Maybe even less. Eater is very chill. This was the only other Exarch I spent an ungodly amount on, and I still don't have what I want. So that's like, let's just say 40D Let's say all the suffixes so far cost me like 60D. So that puts us at like 460-ish. I want to say. Yeah. All the jewels will cost I'd say that's like another 15. So 450, 465. This is of course rough guesstimation. It's not by any means like perfectly accurate, but I would say that's about probably how much I've spent so far. True Regal on Exalted, fracturing up and got it on the spot. Holy shit. Congrats. You, my friend, are ballsy. I would have gone to Allflame Regal that shit, so I would have gotten a suffix. Then I'd have gone to what's it called? Then I would have gone to Allflame Exalt so I could get the third suffix, and then I would have fractured. And only then would I try to like, and if I missed it with Allflame, well, I guess it depends on the base, but like I would probably have Allflame the fracture there. And then if I missed it, I'd have tried to switch bases and continue that way. But I think with ones, there's no easy way to transfer prefixes. I don't think there is. Suffixes you can transfer, so aggressive can be transferred, but for that one, I don't know if there's an easy way to transfer it. So there you have it. That's about how much I would say I spent on gear, like 450 to 500 thereabouts. I'm sure there might be some low-key costs that I'm forgetting. Got +2 on both, but failed suffixes and failed on all 07. What do you mean got +2 on both? I hope you're not ghost. You're not Allflame. You're not Allflame fossiling. You don't Allflame fossil. You Allflame annul because if you feel it, but the fossil step is not Allflamed. If you do that, you just fill your stuff with intangibility for no reason. So don't do that. Save your Allflame for annuls. For that base specifically. Because you don't want it to, that when it really matters, you have like 60% intangibility and you're more likely for it to just not work than for it to work. That's what you really don't want. I have some currency, but I also feel like there was stuff I was supposed to craft that I said I was going to wait until stream to do. And I suspect it has to do with you. No, scratch that. I know it has to do with you. It was getting the extra level here. I also need to get a higher level in power. What else do I need to do? Let's get the breach scarabs first and foremost.
We'll make it happen. I'll put the word out. I should raise my fees.
Huh. POE.re. There aren't too many maps. They've bought all my 8C maps?
I think I can sell.
Holy. Was not expecting that. No wonder I had so much currency. Now it makes sense. Fine, we'll do 47 for 90. Doesn't matter much to me.
I'll let you know.
Okay, we're not going to farm. We're not doing delete 8 mods. I would like to, but we're not doing it. Too late. Hey, you live, you learn. We'll take the divine. Ooh, enlighten. We'll take it. This is 1 mil, right? Yeah, it is. So divine and enlighten. 154C. I feel like I would like enlighten. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to start wait a second. You know, I was this close to saying to delete it. I was like, wait, didn't I save this just because I knew I wanted that prefix open? Oh, past me is brilliant. Oof. Get you a past me like me. Holy. Kudos to me, I guess. So what we're going to do here is we're going to do prefixes cannot be changed. We need to do prefixes can be changed. We need to scour. Then we need to do can have. We need to do cannot roll attack mods. And then we need to do prefixes can be changed. And then we need to imprint that. So we need a lot more divines than I currently have, liquid. Raw divines, actually. So I'm going to do 6 divines.
I should raise my fees.
All right. So prefixes cannot be changed. Prefixes cannot be changed. +1 level cannot be changed, right? Prefixes. Cool. I'm checking because like if for any reason I have to alt spam this, I just my end stream. So like we just have to be doubly sure, triply sure, you know, cross all T's, dot all I's, yada yada. Can have cannot roll attack mods. And then prefixes cannot be changed. And then now and only now are we going to go into menagerie. We are currently in the menagerie. Breaking news. And we're going to try to imprint this, shall we? Oh, we don't have Fenima Plague Arachnid. Holy, you are expensive. What the fuck? Almost a divine each? Jesus.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
So we bought 6 of them. Shouldn't need any more than that. This should be enough to get us a decent army.
Prove to the first ones you are worth that bow. The ritual is complete.
We're going to do this in case we decide we want to get it back to this state.
The ritual is complete.
Just on the off chance we decide to do that. Welcome back.
Like I never left.
Guess what I'm doing?
To get the second +1.
Mm-hmm. And then we do menagerie.
The first ones are watching survival. Don't disappoint them. You are truly a survivor. Prove to the first ones you are worthy, Exile. Leave you it too. You are truly a survivor.
I'm back in ambush on the second character, the Merc character. Ambush till morale improves.
07.
So good.
Wait, what? Now I need to make a new backup. And that, my friends, is why you always give yourself a backup somewhere.
The ritual is complete. The first ones are watching scattered bones. You are truly a survivor. Prove to the first ones you are worthy, Exile. You are truly a survivor.
Let's Control Alt C this and let us go into Craft of Exile. Okay. Wait a second. Am I trolling? I think it's just add or remove fire, really. That's the step I was forgetting. I was like, wait. If I reforge, I can keep getting whatever. But once I add or remove, it's guaranteed. So I am trolling. Because we have imprint, I might as well do it one time. Maybe I'll get lucky. Nope. Another time? Nope. All right, we've used our imprints. Now we actually stop trolling. We pick this up. We do harvest. Sacred Life Force 31. Purple, which is 1D's AK.
The realm is down for maintenance.
What realm?
I don't know. I tried to go back to my hideouts in the portal. It's like the realm is down for maintenance. Like, am I stuck?
Okay, cool. We have +1 all fire with max ES. And then from here, remove that prefixes can't be changed, but we have to remove everything anyways. So here, what is the goal? We have the rare opportunity of using prefixes can be changed and then reforging until we get at least one T1, because then we can imprint back if we miss it. I had int and I had rarity. I can reforge drop until a good other res thing comes. I guess I could do that. How much currency do I have? 2k. The way currency just disappears. Okay, so we remove crafted mods. Then we prefixes cannot be changed. Of course, we don't have the raw divines to do it. Main divines, I have one, so I get a second one.
I'll put the word out.
There we go. Prefixes cannot be changed. And now we're going to imprint this base. POE.sale. Actually, no, I don't need to POE.sale. It should still be here. Fenua, Plagued Arachnid.
Could do worse.
Okay, I'm having trouble finding the link to the website that you sent me.
Type in your browser Allflame or Voyage, and you probably will pop up. Unless it doesn't keep history.
It does not.
Oh yeah, your privacy thing. I mean, in that case, I guess I have to open it.
Appreciate you.
Save it.
Exile. Really?
Surely, right?
I pinned it.
All right. So what are we reforging? We can reforge drop if we want rarity, but realistically, I feel like I would much rather have a res mod, especially my current setup, which is a bit tighter on res. a good tiered res mod. T4 res is not it. T3 res is also not it. Okay, so I was right, and I'm out of Plague the Arachnids. Sad. We'll buy 3 more, and we're gonna get it in these 3 clicks.
I consider that a win.
We're getting these 3 clicks.
I thought you said we could still use the hockey shit.
We can. What about it?
What's the keybind again?
F9?
Oh shit, you're right. Okay. I mean. You know I'm down bad for money when I come here, right? I'm like, fuck it. I guess we'll make my time worth it.
Lol.
The first ones are watching survival. Don't disappoint them. The ritual is complete.
Like, I haven't seen you in a while, friend. I need money. T3 Fires, honestly, it's not the worst. But no. See, now that's what we're talking about. Is it worth trying to annul off the cast speed? I mean, if I imprint first, sure it is. But we are not imprinting yet. And now I'm going to switch from fire to lightning, I think. And I'm going to benchcraft something that I don't know what it is yet, but something. Mana regen rate can be benchcrafted. Minimum endurance charges. Honestly, maybe. I go to code on lightning. That way, when I click blue altars, I know I am not even remotely. I mean, I already know right now that I'm not even remotely close to it since I just got an extra res, T1 res from nowhere. But yeah, I think I'm going to use this for now, and then eventually I'm going to try to annul that cast speed off for a good 5th mod. I think that's the game plan right now.
Exile.
Invested a bunch of currency in a minion destructive link or bottom on a hybrid. Never overcooked so hard. How does it feel? Does it feel good? I mean, destructive link minion means you actually do get to be able to very effectively crit scale minions, which is not the easiest thing to do. So we now have a +2 army. We're missing 1 level on our empower. Fuck it, we can go broke. How much is empower going for? Never mind, it's so expensive. Actually, it's not. I would just need to liquidate a bit more because all I really did after my last trial was I liquidated the chisels. That's really all I did. I haven't liquidated anything else. So let's start liquidating other shit, shall we? I want chaoses. And I would like to sell you. We have 3 orbs of conflicts that we're probably not gonna use. Because actually, is that true? Yeah, that's true. I think everything that I need to orb of conflict, I've already done it. Nothing else on my Merc's gear needs to be conflicted. Same with my gear. So there's really no reason why I would need Orbs of Conflict. So yeah, we sell all three of you at 249, which is basically 750 minus 3, so 747. 3747. There we go.
We'll make it happen.
Then we have Catalyzance. We have how many Catalyzance? Where's my ultimatum? Here. We have 3 Catalyzance. That's another 6. 223 times 3. 669. 672, because that's apparently the lowest.
6, 7.
Really? Okay, G fucking G. Preferences cannot be changed. Reforged speed. Yes. Or if you don't want to risk breaking it, you add or remove speed, but that's gonna be very expensive, and I don't think it's worth add or removing speed. So you just reforge speed and pray you don't break it. It's what, a 1 in 12 to fill the suffixes. So hope you don't hit that 1 in 12. Good luck. $224.
We'll make it happen.
Ultimatum encounters in area will only offer catalysts as rewards to the map owner. I'm just not realizing catalyzing actually specifies map owner. Interesting. All right, now we spend 20D, no, 10-ish D on an Empower 4. That gives us an extra level on our Flame Link. And that puts our Flame Link at level 32. Then past that, our next upgrade to Flame Link is going to be Giga Money. Literally an Eclipse for +2 levels. So it's not happening anytime too soon. Ooh. Ouch, how? This is huge. Did it cost too much? That is nasty, my guy. So now you just craft trigger and call it a day. 3 tries. Don't tell me you were add or removing. You were reforging, right? Because I can't even imagine how much add or remove is going to cost. Like 8-10D per try. Because like then because reforging is literally just the 2D for prefixes can be changed and then reforge. The juice cost is kind of negligible. I see it as negligible. Prod speed 2 to 3 times in there. Ooh, that's not fun. But look on the bright side, you got that as your only suffix. So if you ever wanted in the future, you could try to go for a 4th mod. I wouldn't recommend it, Paul. Say 5th mod rather. I would not recommend it. But it is an option that's still available to you, technically. So now all you do is you craft trigger and then you call it a day. That's a huge wand. That is an insane wand. 125D, 150D. Beautiful. Chef's kiss. And once you, and this is only because you haven't bench crafted trigger. Once you bench craft trigger, that increases the price. Actually, can we show Empty? No, we can't. But yeah, that's beautiful. So what exactly do I want to... I know what I want to farm. I have the breeze carriers ready to go. Do I want to go into Allflame right now, or do I want to do breach? Firstly, I want to test single target, I guess. We just got 2 levels on the... I'll run this white, not because I can't do other... Thank God I didn't have enough gold. That'd pissed me off if it just took my gold. She just refused to leave. So apparently, if you don't try to pick the luck of the unique strong box, the map just doesn't go. Cause that was my third time mentioning the... I'm like, is this a glitch? Did I just find an infinite currency glitch? Nope. She was there waiting for my 1.6 mil click. I'm like, bruh. I had to open the portal. I forgot to switch the Merc to the new one that has Ash. It's what happens when you make so many changes. Not too bad. All right, this time let's stop trolling. We don't have another ETA invitation, so like, you know, that's kind of it on that front.
Do what you must. Still breathing? Good enough. Your call. It'll do.
All right. On second note, where the fuck is my POB? Why are you not open? Compared to regular CI Necro, less tankiness and someone does less DPS on both Defilers and Force Bearers. I even went with dual one and got a crit of 96%. Don't know what the issue is, to be honest. You're doing CI Spectres. Let's just start from the top. CI Spectres, less DPS than Defilers. I guess first things first, what ascendancy are you on? You went Destructive Link, so do I take that you are Luminary? But this is Hawk. VFOS. Okay. Luminary, and if you're doing CI, that means you are not in fact doing you're not doing Doriani. Correct? I think I'll just go increase attack speed. Nothing else here really matters. Minimum frenzy could be a play. That way there's less build up. And but then we still get capped at roughly 6 minutes in 6 seconds into the fight. This though? Nah. Could get all early res technically. Or chaos, but he's almost capped on chaos, and I don't think chaos is the problem. Yeah, let's do attack speed. Let's do attack speed on touch soul. A max roll of it. $6D. Nah, we're not doing that. That's not present. For 10% attack speed, we'll keep the determiner effect. Because then I have to still go ahead and quality it and pray I hit like 16% resistance mod. We'll see. No Doriani +1 Spectre chest will reduce mana reserve with increased efficiency. Yeah, increased efficiency. Minions hack rate multi of around 350 at the moment. One thing I'll mention is this spec with a kinetic explode chest is pretty fun for clear. I guess something I will say is if you're not going witch, you lose access to a more damage multiplier on the ascendancy, and you lose damage a lot to I won't say Doriani because you lost access to Doriani when you decided CI, not when you decided against witch. For Regifilers, the difference in performance is Doriani. You can't get to that level of performance without Doriani. You just can't. There's no way around it. For Frostbearers, on the other hand, you can use CI, you can get really good performance, but you need to make sure the reason you're going kineticist makes sense for Frostbearers. What do I mean? You skipped out on Necromancer, which has PDR. It has minions deal more damage on 2 different ascendancy nodes. It has I guess it had some offering scaling as well, but like besides the point. So you need to make sure the reason you went for kineticist makes sense, and you went for luminary makes sense, and that is you get a merc. Now that you get a merc, you need to make sure you probably went for the infinite link, but the merc was a nice byproduct. So you need to optimize your merc to really push your minions damage as well as potentially make you tankier. So what does that look like? Explode chest is not a bad idea, but depending on the minion, it might not be necessary. What minion would it be necessary for? Probably more so Frostbearers than it is Defilers. I recommend Frostbearers if you're not going Doriani. You have a better time with single targets. So I'm going to be talking about Frostbearers as the focus from now. I would not recommend a kineticist. Frostbearer, Regifiler, I would not recommend a kineticist. I would recommend a Fallen Reverend with Zealotry. And worst case scenario, if you don't need Wrath because you went Frostbearers, you want him with Battle Mage's Cry. And you want to scale Zealotry effect to the moon. You can still keep your Explode chests, but I would probably recommend Aura effect chests. But you can go either way, because Aura effect chests can look like just peep this. Zealotry, right? Spectres, Frostbearers, right? Just follow this. Now this guy has a more damage multiplier from Zealotry, 15%, right? Now we're just going to throw on, we said Fallen Reverend, so it's probably like Armor ES. And then we do increase Aura effects. We do Exquisite. We don't do Perfect. We can still go higher than this, but we do that one. Actually, no. Eta should be the big one. And then we do Zealotry. This should be the big one.
Voyages or charts?
What is more money? Probably Voyages. Why? I was gonna say a universe where charts will ever beat Voyages. The amount of sulfur you get is wild by comparison. And if you actually have a strat like strong boxes, you're getting more than just that. And you, of course, if you decide to actually follow the arrows, you also get like messages in a bottle and whatnot. It just takes a bit longer.
I got the Divine Altar thing first. Do I not click any other thing now?
You got Divine Altar. Make sure you switch your strategy to Divine Altar one.
No, not the Divine, like the one in the thing.
In League Mechanic.
Not the border, like the chance for something to drop as Divines.
Oh, you got the Chaos as Divines?
Yeah. I heard Snipe Dog say something about how like if you get more similar like altar things, they cancel each other out. I don't know if that's true or not.
I don't know. Haven't heard anything about it. So all we did was we added the chest piece. We haven't done anything else. There are other sources of, aura effect, but just based off of this chest alone, we go from 15% more damage to 27. We almost double the effect, and this is just Zealotry. I mean, that's the only aura he has, but this is just a chest piece rather. He can have amulets. His amulet can come with aura effects. His weapon can come with aura effect, I think. I believe so. It can come with aura effects. You can give him Battle Mage's Cry. You can give him Sovereignty Anoint. Because actually you give him Influence Anoint because this is the most effect. You just try to skill either Zealotry or Aura effect or Battle Mage's Cry effect, because that also makes your crit scaling easier, because he is going to give you flat crits. I have the base clusters, but yeah, Necro Leech is just busted. Frostbearers are much better, but they are very squishy without Bitter Bind. Why do you not have Bitter Bind? Perfect Pain Artist also gives party-wide crit multi. What does that have to do with Fallen Reverend though? I don't see why you can't run Fallen Reverend and Perfect Pain Artist. I'm confused. Yeah. I used him in my last double cape because he had Chaos Res and he never really died. but he is one of the he is on the squishier side, like a Frostbearer, I think, in terms of tankiness. Pain Artist also gives Zealotry. Pain Artist Zealotry is minuscule compared to the Zealotry your Mercenary will give you.
What level is it?
Pain Artist, it's not bad. Like, it's, if you compare it to like base player, it comes close. If I remember correctly, I could check. It comes close to base player Zealotry, so like it's a decent Zealotry to have. But compared to Mercs, who baseline will probably have better auras than players do, yeah, this Reverend caps out at 17% more. A level 20, no chests, was 15% more, I believe. Yeah, so it's more than a level 20 Zealotry for just the Fallen Reverend. And then you can stack up to almost 3x, if not 3x aura effect to take that to like 45% more spell damage compared to Perfect Pain Artists. Perfect Pain Artist has a Zealotry of, we're going to say, we'll give him a high level 78. A Zealotry of 12% more spell. So basically you'll be comparing 12%, which is less than the level 50, level 20 by quite a bit actually. But you'll be comparing that to, when it's all said and done, you're probably getting closer to 45% more from the Mercenary. And the game will pick the Mercenary Zealotry because it's stronger. It actually does do that. It picks the strongest of the auras if there are multiple sources. So you don't have to worry about your Pain Artist Zealotry overriding your Mercenary Zealotry. The Mercenaries would overtake so long as both are in aura range at least. So it's a night and day thing where it's like it's not even close. You still go for the Fallen Reverend. And again, Fallen Reverend has the added benefits of of Battle Mage's Cry, which will give you some extra crit depending on, you know, who's around. If you want, you can give him the shield, so it's always max effects Warcry. That way you just get a baseline 2.5% crit chance, which means you can scale back on your crit scaling because you have 198% without it. So you'll be way over capped, so then you can scale back, and with that scaling back you can then push more into like either just pure minion damage or either pure minion damage or pure defenses, either or. You have the option of doing both. So Fallen Reverend is leagues better than Kineticist as a support. If you really wanted to juice this guy, I would opt for the amulets. Strangle Gasp, but that's an expensive amulet, so keep that in mind. But Strangle Gasp take a lot of aura effects. If you decide to use a shield, which you can use, and you go for the Red Blade Banner shield for perma-max Warcry, then what you can do is you can give him some Warcry effect with some of the anoints as well. Stuff like this would be nice, which is Taunted, increased damage, and Warcry buff effect, and then making sure he has this as well, which is Warcry CDR, so the buff is up longer or more often. Basically, I would probably pick a balance of those two annoyance as well as influence and sovereignty. That's probably what I would do as my 4 annoyance for Strangle Gasp if I was going Strangle Gasp and I was investing that much into the amulet. So that's my suggestion as to that's an easy way to help, and that gives you some. That would then look a bit like you have this, you need amulets guaranteed. Where's amulets? And you have weapon shield, so you can use Red Blade Banner. You have 2 extra points where you can either go for unique stuff, so like, you know, if you want to use unique rings, unique belts, yada yada, you could use this, or you could go here. Actually, no, this is recoup, right? No, this is damage taken from your Merc's life before you, so you can give him some life, and that Yeah. This would just be perma 20% damage taken by a mercenary instead of you, because you are CI. So he will always have more life than you, and as such, he will just always take 20% of the damage from you instead. Or like I said, and this is survivability, but you can also decide to remove these points and opt for other unique items that could help your cause. Completely up to you. If I had to say stuff that would help your cause, Amulet is really the only source of aura effect, as alongside Amulet can be corrupted for aura effects. Who else? Weapons. Well, weapon, you're probably going for an influence weapon, and then you're going for a shield beside it. That'll give you, yeah. And then for Scepter, nah, you're going for aura effect, so it's fine. But you could also opt for Malediction, Dark Seer, which would be less damage done by the enemies, increased damage taken by the enemies. So that's also a DPS killer. Or you could go aura effect. It's up to you, whichever you feel like you want to explore. And then past that, I would try to get the Merc being to feel tanky. So because if you decide to opt for the route where you actually go this one, then you definitely want the mercenary to be tanky enough to always, you know, to eat your life and whatnot. To eat damage from you, rather. So that's kind of what I would do, and this should balance out defense and tank, and then you just focus on making your mercenary tanky, like I said. I can't think of an item that you would 100% want your mercenary to have. Top of my head, you could give him a rare helmet that has the ultimatum mod, nearby enemies have malediction, and still get influence weapon. You can still do that, so you can still get malediction alongside your influence weapon. That's probably the best outcome for you. And then for boots and gloves, you're just looking to make him tanky, so capping res, making sure there's chaos res there, maybe give him some life regen, stuff like that. Could do Abyssal Socket if you're feeling spicy, but it's unnecessary because all you'd be doing is giving him tanky mods anyways. So I don't think I would bother with that, but it is an option. And then belts, make sure you get a cord belt so that you can anoint another aura effects node or Warcry buff effect node. That's my suggestion. And if you do all that, it should feel pretty good, I think. Well, at least it should feel somewhat better. I don't know what your current setup looks like, so, but I think it will feel tankier and more DPS. And then past that, once you figured out your mercenary and all that, then you can pull back and look at your actual build again and see where you're lacking, because don't forget, when it comes to player survivability, Necromancer has 10% physical damage reduction that's typically slept on, other than the Leech. The Leech is big, the 10% PDR is huge. So don't forget that that's the thing that actually exists, because it's something that's I mean, if you don't think about it, then you know, you might just passively feel like you're tankier just because you're tankier to Fizz, which is a very problematic source for CI builds. Minion builds without the Necro Leech just doesn't hit. Oh, I know. Trust me, I know. For that, I recommend Zealot's Oath and Giga Regen. Get your Rational Doctrine up. Make sure your strength is higher than your int. Pick up as much in the way of life regen as you can. Pick up Righteous Army if you can. Pick up Sacrifice if you can. Get life regen on suffix of your 12 passive cluster if you can. Just get life regen in as many different places as you can. Pick up Vitality if you must, or just run the mercenary, or not the mercenary, Warlord. His Vitality is a shite, but it's better than nothing. You can go for Watcher's Eye mod as well. just get regen. If you get enough regen, it will feel decent. That's why my build currently feels really decent, because like I don't have leech, but I have mitigation and I have regen. I have a fair amount of this mitigation, but like you notice how this isn't moving. He's currently hitting me. It's because of regen. I have about 2.5k regen. I don't expect you to get there, but you can get to 1k regen. If you have a mage blood, which I don't know if you do or not, this mod as well is huge. 3% on top of your effect. That's huge. So moral of the story, regen is your bread and butter. If you're not doing minion leech, get regen. You won't regret it. Get regen. Also figure out your phase mitigation, but get regen. All right, breach time. Is this blue altars? Yes, it is. I'm kind of thinking of a red altar farm, because I do want to farm grand embers because of how expensive they are. What I've been thinking about.
Shattered bones.
Anything that is not anything that's not reduced live regen, I would just click. Grand embers though. We'll take the grand embers. We'll act like we didn't see the we'll act like we didn't see the double quantity that the other side had, and we'll just take our grand embers and be happy. Like if it was acres, I'd have taken the quantity, but embers, whew, you'd be hard pressed telling me not to click that. Like that's almost 100 in embers, and it's just like 7 of them. 100 C, not D. This is going to be my first time in Breach Hive since switching to Herald of Ash. Should be fun. Thanks a lot for taking the time to give suggestion. I'll let you know how it goes tomorrow. Looking forward to it. Good luck. And if tomorrow you have like other pain points, we can talk about what that looks like.
I'm I'm doing I got the mod that makes like currency drop a stack decks
Holy.
in one of these rounds. Like some of these mods be dropping 5 stack decks, like in stacks. Where else do monsters drop stack deck in stacks in this game?
They do, just typically 2 stacks.
5 is crazy.
Yeah. The way I'm waiting for the mobs to come closer is crazy. Holy.
Also just drop 8.
Dude, the snake it is insane. Like you can literally see it seeking out in the tunnels. Like a monster comes in and everything down the line just goes. And some survive, then they disappear because the snaking got them.
How'd you get to experience like this version of strats, I guess, like of skills? 'Cause, like I've experienced snaking, but, like, you know.
I mean,
You're never gonna touch
I would
that
never go.
unless-
Yeah, I would never have.
So it's kind of cool.
Like I've always found snaking to be a fun skill, like in terms of how the behavior and all of that. But I can't be asked to play a slam skill. Like that's not happening. So literally without the Merc, this would not have happened.
Bows.
Nerf bows.
Not here. Not now. I won't fail. No, not here. Not now.
Give in!
I'll have to stay behind. You must escape.
To kill like a shower every time I can, right? In the voyage, because of the ring drop.
I mean, if she's in your voyage, definitely. But I try not to. I try not to run Kishara's rest.
Try to sell it.
Eventually I could. I haven't actually sold it yet, but my idea is just if I want to run Kishara's rest, I want to know I'm running Kishara's rest and potentially plan accordingly.
Do you feel like it's a bad mod? Is that bad map compared to other maps you could get?
No,
It's a bad chart to be in your voyage.
no, it's fine. Like she can drop the ring and everything, so like it's fine.
I don't know if the ring is still going for much. I'll check after this fight. I can't pause.
Yeah, she is a pinnacle boss.
From the pit to the grave! You fight well!
I also kind of want to try what's its face stack deck farming in City Square. I feel like the open layouts would allow snaking to shine a bit more. So like clears will be faster overall, and ritual isn't. I mean, ritual honestly wasn't that gimped by toxic sewers. At least compared to what was it that the other person tested again? City Square, I believe. They were about the same in terms of stack deck, so Jungle Valley was what they tested, not City Square. And the results were very similar. Which surprised me, but was very comforting to know, which is why I did it in Toxic Squad and I had a pretty good experience, I would say. The only thing is for the first set I started with Red Altars because I wanted to try it with red, I knew blue was also nice, really nice for it because of the dupe, but I know red can spawn with dupe as well, especially with the new Eta Exile overlapping. But ultimately, I just ended up switching to blue for more consistent dupe lane. So by second set, I was only running blue. Actually, before halfway through first set, I was running only blue. But yeah, that's a side note.
When you enter a voyage, if you were in tab 2, easily do a voyage comeback and you'd still be looking at tab 2.
Okay, what's the problem with that?
You can instantly click that, think you're in tab 1 and think there's no loot to claim, go again.
I think there's no loot to claim, go again.
Because it's looking at tab 2 of the loot tab. It's
Oh, the loot
1.
chests.
Yes, it doesn't update.
I've never ever filled it to the point where I can see tab 2.
I just clicked tab 2 and I just realized, wait, what's going on?
Like in the past, how many voyages I've done, I'm not coming up to any with like a full inventory. Like I've never had to like send the bathysphere in like the past like 10 voyages or something. Like since I made my filter stricter, I don't come out with too much big stuff, I guess.
Got something big.
What? What'd you say?
Dreamers will.
Okay, troll.
Anything. I didn't say anything.
I think I have to fit aspect of the spider on this build. I mean, that is a very good spot for it if I can annul that cast speed.
Use luck.
Lock? You mean imprints?
I know what I said.
I'll have to stay behind. You must escape.
Then I know you're trolling.
It's a crafting item.
Okay, and when you drop one, use it. How's that?
So should we?
When you drop one, use it.
And if I do, you will use it.
No.
Is that all it takes?
No. I'm not going to use it even if you use it. Fuck. You're the one that believes in using crafting items, right?
If I've started a voyage and I haven't gone in yet, can I restart my game right now?
Pretty sure it's a no, because you might be hard pressed to go back into that instance of. You might be able to, but I wouldn't risk it.
I'll take the risk. I'll be right back.
Well, dude, yeah, your build looks pretty fun. What happened to the toxicologist version? Oh, nothing happened to it. I just wanted a change. So and I always wanted to like play VFOS. So I was like, I might as well try it, because even in the preseason, I knew I wanted to play around with the VFOS Merc, and I knew the VFOS Merc had potential. So I was like, let me just try it. Let me see if it actually, or if I am trolling. And oh, this is Ico. Sure. And like, it's very good. So that's basically it. The toxicologist, I didn't have much. I still had love to upgrade, if I'm being honest. But I just really wanted to try the VFOS. And so far the VFOS has single target, so that's really, really nice. But I also spent way more of my sanity points crafting his axe, so there's that. And as you can see, we can off-screen with him. Technically we're off-screening with her a lot more, but we don't talk about that. We don't take reduced recovery. Oh shit, you are actually in the last corner. Welcome back.
Thanks.
You will fall.
Today I found out there's a sector of people who just sell their ancient womb gifts when they farm breach, and I was just like, fortresses. I'm just like, where's the fun in that? It's guaranteed money
I
though.
like that about certain
Let's get it
things,
done. Cover me.
but it is guaranteed money.
Yeah, because it's like what, 12C each last I checked. 12C each means, yeah, that means like you drop 10, that's 120. So it takes like, for a divine you'd only need, I want to say 15, like 18ish, 17ish, you get a divine.
That's not bad.
But also 17, you could get a natural instinct. And I'm going to cope with it.
Mirror farm of every league.
Like there are very few times I'm willing to take gambles. Like I'm not willing to do it with. I used to be willing with the bottled message in a bottle, and honestly, it's gambas like that that I'm fine with. Where I drop enough of them that I can just click it and not squid. Like it's expensive,
Aldos.
but I'm no, I don't, not Valdos. I feel like I'm
Drop
true.
enough of Aldos. That's,
No.
You actually know that's the truth. So you're that drop enough is not
No.
a good.
No,
You know it's true.
you're trolling. Now you know you're trolling.
I promise I'm not trolling about the Aldos.
You're fucking trolling.
Because you're just talking about the price of it. That's why you're saying I'm trolling.
You want to
So
compare
you
the
know-
number
but
of
you know we
messages?
drop-
Wait. You want to compare the
I'm
number of
not
messages in
saying
a
they're the
bottle
same
or
rarity, I'm
ancient
just
womb
saying-
gates and Valdos?
I'm not saying they're the same.
What part of we drop enough is not saying the same thing?
You drop enough as well of Aldos.
No.
Chances.
Like you're trolling.
I'm not trolling.
I almost have it.
Red Dream Dual Frostborn prices? Oh, I have no. How much are they going for? But I'm sure it's insane because Red Dream is like Fire Res and what else?
Red Dream has like 4 versions and they all go for money. They actually all. Because it has the the endurance charge one,
I'll handle it
the
from
max life one that's 29. It's got. Doesn't it have a block one too?
I think yeah, it has a block one, but that's on Farborn. But that's like, you know.
The base one still goes for money.
Yeah, like I knew going for money when the un-ID'd version of Red Dream was like 22D. Which means it's not even checking Farborn mods or anything. It's just, yeah, you just get 22D now. But that was like way back when. I don't know if those prices are still. I think they would still be.
I check and there's
Prism Guardian. Is this my first ever Prism Guardian in this game? I don't know. I don't know if I've dropped it or if maybe I've just never picked it. I don't know. Holy, around 150 for the double. If you've, according to a price a few days ago.
I think Red Dreams, I never got them from the thing. I always got them from like the chests in the hive.
I got them from the thing.
You got them from the chest too.
I got one from the chest and I got one from Well, did I get Regin from the chest this season? I've gotten it in the past. I don't know if it's this season. I got it from the chest
From
in
the chest this season.
yeah, from the fortress. Have I dropped one from the tree? I've dropped some insane things from the tree, like 20 plus D. The first, no, I did. That was one of the first items I got, I think. One of the first items that when I first started farming fortresses. That was like 20. Was a big inject. Yeah. I did. The first one was from the tree. The second one was from Hive Fortress. It was one of the biggest incentives to keep, you know, using my ancient womb gifts, because otherwise I might not have seen the motivation.
We're a little bit apprehensive at the start.
Yeah, but that sold me. Ooh, Grand Acres, we take that. Oh, we are hard overcapped on res with the minus res, so we're chilling. Like I have minus 50 res, cold and lightning, and my res is still cold is 111, lightning is 153. So we're chilling. To the point where even with early weakness right now, we wouldn't drop below 90. But that's also ignoring the fact that I have reduced curse effect on my con ground, of course. Here's something I really like about hives. The moment you find it, it stays on your map. That's also what I really hate about harvest, that it disappears. Pisses me off. Play it and you play it and all of a sudden you're doing Maven's memory game every single time you finish your map. Where was it? Did I see the harvest again? Top left? No, okay, wrong one. Top right?
Let's get it done. Cover me. Get them off me.
Oh no. That explains a lot. I've been seeing him use Infernal Cry more. I just realized my guy has second wind on it. It's not a big deal, I think. And it's still, I mean, if he uses it in combat, that still exerts, like, you know, it's fine. Single target and non-single target is still fine. Like if he uses exerting, then he's just using his second attack whenever he chose his next 6. So that's what Infernal Cry does. So it's ultimately it's fine.
I refuse to die. I won't fail. Annihilation. to stay behind. You must escape.
High blood almost at maximum. All right, we'll go figure that out. I feel like what I want to do is I want to click only lavish so that my stock in ancients can grow, and then the next time I just mass click ancients. That's what I will do eventually, but that's not today. For now, we're going to click ancients.
Yes, just like that.
Dodri's coin is not worth anything. Yeah. Another is these torments. Yep. Not worth anything.
Drive them back. She is pleased.
You are not worth a single penny. No way you are either. Okay, we're out of uniques. And we spent only about half of our blood, which means
She is pleased.
the rest goes into currency. You know something that seems obvious but wasn't initially to me? They actually programmed the Genesis tree to bring items from different, like, should I call them wombs? Depending on what you're taking. Because I noticed uniques drop here, but currency drops here. I'm assuming one of you is currency and the other is equipment. Not currency, the womb gift option and the other is equipment. I don't touch any of them, so I don't know which is which.
The Genesis tree accepts your offer.
Ooh. Okay, we're out of that, but just in time to get a Farborn Exalted. G fucking G. We got the Farborn Exalted, so that gives us a decent chunk of profit. Just that. Okay, now we can continue.
Countless generations have walked these time-worn stones.
I have nothing more to give.
Scattered bones!
What is this lag? What the fuck is this lag? I should also honestly consider harvest. Wait a second. Oh my god. Harvest is showing on the map. Holy. Talk about beats. Talk about fucking beats. Because at the speed at which I clear maps, honestly, harvest should be something I consider. Because it's actually very easy for me to get all the altars I need. No, you suck.
Let's get it done. Cover me.
These are the last maps I added, the ones that didn't meet the quantity requirement, if I remember correctly. By the time we're done with this, we're actually going to have so many maps. You know, I actually forgot. I should also be sending my... Like, I have a King March tattoo ship waiting for me. Should do something about that.
No, not here. Not now. Get them off me! I almost have it! I refuse to die! I'll have to stay behind. You must escape!
I don't know why I would think it is that free that I can just go straight out. What was I thinking?
You did it!
We've made a trade.
Let's go yoink this out. And then we'll run one last map most likely. And then we can call it a stream because I am exhausted.
Countless generations have walked these time-worn stones.
We'll come back to pick up those maps. Mm, so yeah, I mean, I still have this map, but yeah, I had a pretty exhausting day. Work was actually pretty chill, but I resumed the gym today, so my body feels it, feels the effects of that decision. Need to make sure whenever we see a mana siphoner that we relink just in case. Assuming he makes it to me, that is. Most of the time he doesn't. Well, you know. Every once in a while he does.
Let's get it done. Cover me.
I'll tear you apart!
No, not here. Not now.
Those range mobs still sometimes get a shot off before he aggroes and starts hitting. I wonder if mercenaries like Kinesis have like further aggro range because of the fact that they are ranged. It's a possibility. Like it's definitely not outside the realm of possibility. Would be hard to test though. Would be hard to test.
I almost have it. Go! I'll handle it from here.
You will fall!
Ooh, 4 cloisters. Not bad, honestly. If only you were 30% like the last one. If only. I feel like this had been 24%. Yeah, it's like 20C. If it was 30, it'd be 12D. Still as expensive as the gloves. How much was it again? 19.
let you know.
Okay. Tired, but that is going to be it for today. We're going to be back tomorrow. I don't know what we're going to be farming, if I'm being honest. We might do some stack decks, or we might do something new entirely. We'll see. But we'll leave that for me to figure out tomorrow. Thank you so much for stopping by. Appreciate it. All the support means a lot. I will be back tomorrow, same time. Till then, you have a good night.